All right, so get this. For today's deep dive, we're ditching the usual research papers, and we're going to dive into the world of viral videos.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you know those TikToks that just seem to explode out of nowhere?
Right, right.
Well, we're actually using a YouTube video from Beast Reacts as our kind of our unconventional guide here.
Okay.
And they're trying to guess which TikToks have the most views, and let me tell you, some of the results are really surprising.
Yeah, it's really fascinating how this video, I think, gives us a peek behind the curtain of what we think will go viral. Like we often have all these assumptions about, what makes content popular, and then reality kind of throws us a curveball.
Totally, yeah.
Yeah.
And like we always hear that cute animals rule the internet, right? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. But even this video shows it's not always the case, which is kind of wild.
Yeah, it's true. It's not that simple.
Mm.
I mean, cuteness definitely plays a role, and there's a reason for that, right? I mean, it triggers this almost instinctual response in us, think baby schema.
Mm.
Our brains are hardwired to kind of find those big eyes and those soft features just adorable.
Mm-hmm.
But what the Beast Reacts video really highlights is that sometimes the unexpected kind of trumps the conventionally cute.
Yeah.
Like our brains crave that novelty, something that disrupts our expectations.
Oh, tell me about it. Remember that face-off between the giant purple snake and the, as they called him, the Yahoo Boy?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was so rooting for the Yahoo Boy video, but that snake absolutely crushed it.
It was incredible.
70 million views to a measly 2 million.
Wow.
That's insane. Why do you think that is? What is it about that?
I think it speaks to our just innate curiosity, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are hardwired to pay attention to things that are unusual, things that make us stop and go, hey, what am I looking at?
That makes total sense. And it's like that video they showed of the guy just pouring air into a bowl.
Right.
You'd think it's like the most boring thing ever.
Yeah, you think it's nothing.
But it somehow got more views than those intricate ice sculpture.
Exactly. It's the unexpectedness, it's the sheer absurdity of it that draws people in.
Mm-hmm.
Our brains love to make sense of things, and when something just defies our expectations in such a simple way,
Right.
we can't help but be captivated by it.
Totally. And it's not just about things being weird or different, right? It's also about those moments where a video takes a completely unexpected turn,
Absolutely.
like a plot twist.
Yes, those plot twists, those gotcha moments, they're like little dopamine hits for our brains.
Exactly, like that Karen magic trick where she ends up getting hit with an egg. I mean, who predicts that?
Nobody.
And it plays on our love for surprises, but it also taps into another, I think, crucial element of viral content, right? And that's
Yep.
shareability.
For sure.
People want to share things that evoke a reaction,
Right.
something that makes them laugh, gasp, or say, "You won't believe this."
Yes.
It's like a social experiment unfolding in real time.
It is.
But here's the thing, and maybe this is getting a little deep. Not every viral video is about laughs and lighthearted surprises.
Right.
Some of the clips in this Beast Reacts video were heavy,
Yeah.
emotionally speaking, and yet they still racked up millions of views.
It's a fascinating paradox, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Even when we talk about those videos that trigger, these really strong emotional responses, I think the same principles apply.
Okay.
Take, for instance, the video of the child dressed as Walter White from Breaking Bad.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's funny, sure, but it also kind of sparks a deeper conversation about, our fascination with these complex characters, the influence of media on children, these blurring lines between fiction and reality.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot to unpack there.
It's like a mini sociology lesson all wrapped up in like a 60-second video. Which, speaking of sociology, brings us to, I think, the elephant in the room. The TikTok algorithm.
Yes.
The YouTube host kept mentioning it almost like it was this mysterious force controlling what goes viral.
It is a force.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Think of it as this complex system that determines which videos land on your For You page.
Okay.
It takes into account things like, your watch history, your likes,
Mhm.
even how long you watch a video.
Mm-hmm.
And based on all that data, it tries to predict what you'll find engaging.
So it's like this personalized entertainment machine
No way, yeah.
that's constantly learning and adapting to our preferences.
Exactly.
And yet it's still kind of a mystery, right? Like we know it plays a huge role in what we see, but the exact workings of the algorithm are still this well-guarded secret.
Precisely. And I think it's a reminder that while we can analyze trends and make, educated guesses about what makes content go viral, there's this whole other layer of influence at play.
Right.
These algorithms that are constantly shaping our online experiences.
Okay, so we've got cuteness, we've got the element of surprise, and now we're throwing in this almost invisible hand of the algorithm.
It's true.
This is getting juicy. What other insights did this Beast Reacts video uncover?
While we're talking about how algorithms shape our online experience, the Beast Reacts video also kind of highlights another interesting aspect of virality, and it's the emotional roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't all, cute animals and funny fails.
Right.
Some of those videos were, downright hard to watch.
That's true. It's like 1 minute you're laughing at a cat wearing a tiny hat,
Right.
and the next you're watching something that makes you cringe or even gasp.
Exactly. And yet those videos still get millions and millions of views.
Right.
Take, for instance, that clip of the man getting injured while, others just kind of stood around filming.
Oh, man, that one was tough to watch.
It was difficult viewing for sure.
Yeah.
But, it speaks to, I think, our complex relationship with content online, right? There's an element of, I guess, rubbernecking curiosity. This innate desire to know what's happening, even if it's unpleasant.
Right. It's like this weird impulse we have to look even when we know we probably shouldn't.
Exactly. And it also, it raises questions about our own roles as viewers, too.
Okay.
Are we sharing these videos out of genuine concern? Or is there a part of us that wants to be in the know?
Yeah.
To be part of the conversation.
It's almost like there's this weird social currency in being able to say, oh, yeah, I saw that crazy video too.
Right.
Which I guess plays right back into the algorithm, right?
Exactly.
The more we engage with that type of content, the more likely we are to see it again.
That's the cycle. Yeah. And it's not always about, being first or seeking out the shocking content.
Right.
Sometimes it's about these shared experiences, even if those experiences are, secondhand through a screen.
Totally. It's like that video where the guy gets stung by a wasp.
Yeah.
And he just keeps repeating, help, I've been stung by a wasp. Like, it's funny.
Yeah.
But it also resonates because we've all been there.
Right.
Maybe not stung by a wasp specifically.
Right.
But that feeling of panic and helplessness, it's universal.
Precisely. And, the internet really thrives on that kind of relatable content. But even with all these emotional complexities, sometimes the simplest things still work,
Yeah.
The Beast Reacts video really reminded us that, cute animals, for example, those are never going out of style.
Oh, absolutely. There's just something about those furry little faces that just melts away the stress of the internet.
Absolutely.
But even then, you have to hand it to the creators who find ways to make those cute animal videos even more engaging.
Right. Remember that face-off between that adorable kitty and the guys playing basketball?
Oh, yeah. Those guys were pulling off some seriously impressive trick shots.
I know, and yet the kitty still stole the show, right? It speaks to the power of, again, kind of subverting expectations. We expect the cat to be scared or annoyed.
Yeah.
But instead, it's completely unfazed by the chaos.
Right.
And that unexpected reaction, I think that's what makes it so share-worthy.
That reminds me of another surprising face-off, the chess-playing cats versus, well, I don't even remember what the other video was.
I don't either.
Because those cats completely blew it out of the water. It just goes to show that sometimes the most captivating content is the stuff you just can't make up.
It's true. And, that brings us to, I think, a really interesting question.
Okay.
If we can start to understand what makes content go viral, if we can kind of decode the algorithm, so to speak, can we harness that knowledge for something more than just views and likes?
So you're saying instead of just like trying to predict if it's going to be the tennis balls or the monkey man that gets the most views,
right,
maybe we could actually use this knowledge to do some good in the world.
Exactly. Imagine if we could harness that power of virality to raise awareness about, important social issues or like bridge cultural divides or even just inspire people to take action on something that they care about.
Right. No, totally, like flipping the script on how we think about going viral.
Yeah.
Not just for the clicks, but like for a purpose.
Exactly.
That's a concept worth exploring.
It really is. If we could take these elements of surprise, emotional engagement, and even those cute animals, and apply them to content that actually informs and inspires.
It's like that old saying, give the people what they want, but give it to them in a way they don't expect.
I love that.
And suddenly you're not just watching a video, you're engaging with an idea, a cause, like a whole new perspective.
It's powerful.
It's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
It is. And this deep dive into the world of viral videos,
Yeah.
using that Beast Reacts episode as our guide,
Yeah.
I think it's shown us that there's more to these videos than meets the eye, right?
Yeah.
They reflect our fascination with the unexpected, our capacity for both, laughter and empathy, and this undeniable influence of these digital systems that we navigate every single day.
Yeah, it's like we took a deep dive into the heart of internet culture.
We did.
And what we found was a reflection of ourselves.
Yeah.
Maybe a little strange, sometimes heartwarming,
Right.
and always full of surprises.
Always. Always. And that's a good note to end on, I think.
Yeah.
The next time you're scrolling through TikTok or YouTube and you come across a video that makes you laugh, think, or feel something, take a moment to consider why.
Yeah. Why is that?
What is it about that video that grabbed your attention?
Right.
What made you want to watch it and maybe even share it with someone else?
Mm.
Because as we've learned today, even the silliest viral video can offer this really interesting glimpse into the complex and often surprising ways that we connect with each other in the digital age.
And on that note, we'll leave you to your scrolling.
Happy scrolling, everyone.
Just remember, sometimes the most profound insights come from the most unexpected places.
That's right.
Even a YouTube video about guessing TikTok views.
Exactly.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.